Social rent is a form of sort of low rent housing, which is designed to support those in the greatest housing need. The actual level of rent is worked out for a fairly complex formula, but its purpose it is clear: to support those in the greatest need. It's a form of rent that's delivered by local authorities and also housing associations. Typically, the level of social rent will be a quite a low percentage of market rent. It's not set against market rent, but typically you might find it's about 30 to 40% of market rent in an area. This does vary from local authority to local authority, but it's that kind of level, so significantly lower rents than what might be referred to as affordable rent. So it takes into account the number of bedrooms, the local authority in which it's in, and you might say quite bizarrely takes into account the January 1999 valuation of the property as well. One of the challenges with social rent is that because the rental levels are so much lower than other tenures, particularly market rent or even other forms of affordable housing such as affordable rent, it means that the rental stream doesn't pay for the cost of construction. The cost of a social rent home is broadly comparable with the cost of any other type of home. But for example, it might cost 400,000 to deliver a new build home, and the rental stream for social rent might be in the region of 100 to 120,000. So there's a huge viability gap in delivering social rent compared to other tenures. Grant funding, if available, will attempt to cover some of that gap, but even with typical levels of grant funding, there is still a significant gap to get to the cost of a new social rent home. So that gap is then borne by local authorities or housing providers.